BNY Mellon, one of the largest banks in the world, has launched some new crypto services built on Ethereum. I'll give you all the details there. And Elizabeth Warren is attacking the SEC for dropping cases against different crypto exchanges, even naming Ripple. I'll share the details there. This sounds fishy. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, we got to start by taking a look at Bitcoin because it did drop down. It's currently trading at $78,909. One of the things we were talking about over the past couple of days is how Bitcoin has been moving sideways and not dumping significantly like the stock market, like the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow Jones Industrial, and more, right? Those are really bloody. It is pretty nasty out there. Almost $6 trillion has been removed from the stock market, guys, with this massive correction, all based on the tariff fears, of course. You look at the VIX, it is surging, guys, almost to the levels that we saw last year when the Japanese yen carry trade situation happened. But as always, markets move in cycles. So these things will be temporary. There will be a recovery, hopefully sooner than later, though, because it's pretty painful out there, guys. I'm not going to lie. I don't like this. I know some people are going to get political and say, oh, you don't Trump and this and that. But all politics, all Trump aside, just having the market like this is painful. I think we can all objectively say that. It doesn't have anything to do with politics necessarily, just this really sucks. Even gold is correcting, right? So it's really, really bad out there. But, you know, all things considered, Bitcoin, despite seeing this drop below 80K, is not as significant as the drops we're seeing in the S&P 500 and the stock market overall. So let's see, though. Look, it could be a really rough Monday tomorrow. It could be really bloody. Some people are calling it Black Monday like it was in 1987. I don't know if that's going to happen. And I don't follow media sensationalized headlines because usually they're there to trick you. I do think that the markets will find a bottom. We will see a V-shaped recovery. From my perspective, and I tweeted out about it today, I believe that all of this is going to force the Fed's hand to cut rates and start the money printer because we're seeing significant losses here. And because the catalyst was this macro factor of tariffs, I think we do need to see some sort of resolution or ramp down there, whether the United States and these different countries form agreements and much more. But a macro factor that will have to be a catalyst to send the markets going back up, I think, is certainly rate cuts and the money printer, quantitative easing coming back. I could be wrong, but that's just my opinion. Once again, not being political. This is not a subjective take, but rather objective from what I've seen historically and how the markets have played out. So hold on tight. Let's see what happens tomorrow, guys. I'm hoping it's not, some Black Monday or something crazy. But even if there's a little bit of further downside, that's it, right? Nothing too crazy. Not another 10% drop or whatever it may be. So let's see what happens tomorrow. All right, guys, big news coming out of BNY Mellon. BNY Mellon is America's oldest bank and the world's largest custodial bank. So they custody a lot of assets. Well, they put out on LinkedIn that they have launched a new digital asset data insights product called BNY Data On-Chain. This innovative offering is designed to securely and efficiently deliver both on and off-chain data across blockchain networks, including broadcasting select fund accounting data to the Ethereum network. This new product is built on BNY Mellon's digital asset platform, which leverages blockchain technologies to help clients unlock asset utility, broaden distribution channels, manage risk, and inform investment decisions. The future of fund data is here, making traditionally off-chain data more accessible and streamlined. Guys, look at what is happening here. The largest institutions in the world, stock exchanges, banks, they're all building with blockchain. They're launching new services. And I often pose the question to you guys, why do you think they're doing this? Are they doing it for fun? No, they're looking to make money. They're in the business of making money. They're not nonprofit organizations, and they're not going to mess around with things that are fads and are going away. They know blockchain's here to stay, and that's why they're building with it, and they're building the on and off ramps for institutions and look, retail as well. but mainly institutions, because there's a lot of capital that's going to flow into this asset class. As I've said ad nauseum, the economy, the markets, the governments will all run on blockchain. Now, here's what Caroline Butler, global head of digital assets at BNY, said. Our latest BNY digital asset product, Data on Chain, just dropped this week with our first client live, enabling transparency and access to trusted data on chain for investors and on chain participants is critical to our clients' success in today's markets. The latest expansion of our digital asset platform underscores our commitment to servicing the end-to-end asset lifecycle via distributed ledger technology while maintaining data integrity and trusted source. So incredible statements here, guys. This is not some mom and pop shop, just some crypto startup. This is a bank that has existed before crypto and blockchain, and they're going all in. So if you are still a skeptic about crypto and blockchain, this should be a wake-up call, just to recognize what the hell is happening here. Now, look at this, WisdomTree Prime. Now, many of you know WisdomTree. They're a financial firm that has listed or created Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, and they've done other ETFs as well. They said WisdomTree Connect is now live on Base, expanding access to tokenized real-world assets for institutions. So Base is Coinbase's Ethereum layer 2. It doesn't have a token, but incredible that these firms are adopting blockchain in different ways. So they said institutions can now mint tokenized RWAs on Base, custody assets via third-party custodian or self-hosted wallets, fund transactions using USD or Circle's USDC. Incredible. They said, we're laying the groundwork for a new on-chain economy. What have I been saying for years? We're headed to the token economy, folks. They're going to put everything on the blockchain. Huge, huge news here. Now, guys, we got some very interesting news coming out around Elizabeth Warren. She is going after the SEC because they've been dropping lawsuits and giving clarity. She doesn't like that. You know, I tweeted at her about it. I said Jamie Dimon probably gave her a call and told her to write this letter. How can you be dropping these cases? Well, what's going on, right? Funny how she wasn't doing this when Gary Gensler was in office, right? But that's because she was buddy-buddy with Gary Gensler and attacking the industry. We saw she teamed up with Jamie Dimon last year to attack crypto. But she's getting exposed. She doesn't have any more dogs in the fight. The entire anti-crypto army has been demolished, right? Sherrod Brown, her top general, got kicked out by Bernie Moreno and much more. But she's still doing her nonsense. She signed a letter on April 2nd to investigate undue influence over recent SEC decisions. Ripple was mentioned 8 times with questions like who had advanced knowledge of the SEC's decision to dismiss its case against Ripple Labs, and what is Trump's relationship to Ripple Labs and its CEO Brad Garlinghouse. Elizabeth Warren, what can you do, guys? But this is not going to go anywhere, but I want to let you guys know about it. She, of course, mentions all the lawsuits against Kraken, Coinbase, Robinhood, Gemini, and much more. And she even talks about World Liberty Financial. She mentions the Hawk coin, even Trump and Melania's meme coins. Now, does she have a point on the meme coins? Maybe, you know, not that they're securities, but maybe the fact that some of these are rug pulls and have been really volatile and hurt investors. But the other stuff, you know, she's clearly off target. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's Elizabeth Warren. That's why she's worth millions, hundreds of millions of dollars on a senator's salary, because you know what's happening behind the scenes and under the table, right, guys? She's getting lobbied by these big banks and folks who are getting disrupted, who don't like this, like your Jamie Dimon. And she's going to, you know, be the lapdog and start sending out letters and put out FUD, right? It's her MO. Now, speaking of the SEC, we got an update here that acting chair Mark Uyeda directs staff to review statements on crypto risks and security laws. So let me give you the details here. The directive issued in accordance with the Executive Order 14192 titled Unleashing Prosperity Through Deregulation follows recommendations from the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Uyeda noted that the staff statements will be examined to determine if they should be modified or rescinded to align with the current priorities of the agency. Now, some of these statements he's referencing were under Gary Gensler's tenure, and even they mentioned here 2019, so just before his tenure, that was Jay Clayton. So we'll see what they decide to roll back, but We know there was a lot of draconian stuff that was put together by Gary Gensler. He was trying to roadblock crypto as much as possible. So he didn't care about breaking the law. That's why he got called arbitrary and capricious multiple times by the courts. So it's great that they're investigating this and looking to roll back some of this stuff, which was complete garbage and nonsense, of course. So Mark Uyeda doing a great job. We know Paul Atkins, he should be in office this month if everything goes according to plan. And Hester Peirce has been doing some great work there as well with the crypto task force. They've been doing the crypto roundtables. A lot of transparency. You're seeing who's meeting with who. Gary Gensler, of course, he was hiding a lot, but just this past week we saw BlackRock went and met with the crypto task force to discuss crypto ETFs, in-kind redemptions for those ETFs, and much more. So things are moving in the right direction, guys, and they're removing all the junk and garbage that Gensler had put into place. Folks, that's the news. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Propy, which is putting real estate on chain. Propy is a leader in disrupting the real estate industry. I'm a pro token holder. I have been since 2018. When I saw Propy, I was like, wait a minute, no one else is doing this, putting real estate on chain. And they also help facilitate the buying and selling of real estate with crypto. So you can buy a property with XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and it's all powered by blockchain, guys. And they're a licensed Web3 pioneer. They've been operating since 2017. They've facilitated over $4 billion in transactions. They use Coinbase for the crypto escrow service for buying and selling properties. They're putting titles and deeds on chain. So it's incredible. So they have a great promotion going on where you can earn some free Propy tokens. So check out the link in the description to learn more. And guys, a great way you can support the podcast is by subscribing to my free email newsletter on Substack. It's 100% free. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital. And my new course at mycryptocourse.com. All the links will be in the description. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.